Hello. So, yeah, here I am. I'm not really sure how I'll go around with this, and this is entirely impromptu and unscripted. So, we'll pretty much just go with the flow and see where things lead to. So, I just figured that sometimes, I would rather just speak and share a bit more about my life instead of just sharing my mixes. Like, I don't want anyone or any of my friends or communities to just see me as a DJ. Like, that's just one part of my identity. And yeah, I guess I'm not someone that speaks in front of a camera a lot. So yeah, but I just figured that it's nice to be able to share more outside of just posting mixes. And for me, it's a place that I can look back in the long run. So yeah, here I am. Yeah, things so far, it's been 2 weeks starting this channel, and I can say I feel a lot more fulfilled because it's genuinely a place where I can put more of my work in, and I can let a lot of my creative ideas come to life. And I've always had this idea of starting a mix, and I've always had this idea of posting more of these mixes on YouTube. So it's such a coincidence too, because I was just looking back at my journals, the journals that I've been making 2 years ago. And this was dated back in 2024, which was the year that I started DJing. And I wrote this one dream of mine, which is to start a YouTube channel and post my mixes regularly. And I haven't actually done that because I guess there's a lot of procrastination, and I just got lazy along the way. And I'm glad that I finally gave this a chance 2 years later. So yeah, I think it's one thing about I feel like acting on your ideas and executing it in real life is also a form of self-respect in the long run. Like, you're committing to things that you promise yourself to do, and I feel like a lot of times it's easy to dismiss that idea, but I also feel like it's, yeah, like what I said, you respect yourself the more you do that. And I think that's how you gain more trust and confidence along the way. And you genuinely, it's like a form of intrinsic satisfaction too, in that sense. Like, you feel good when you commit to the promises that you made for yourself. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's been really nice, and I just want to just keep going and see where things go. I'm not gonna say I'm setting a huge expectation. It's good to have big goals and stuff. What I see this is a platform that I'm acting on. It's yeah, essentially a promise to myself, and I just want to see where this leads to. And I just feel good every time I post something that I've been wanting to do. Like, in my Spotify playlist, I have not only on Spotify, I have so many playlists that I've accumulated throughout the years. And all of these playlists are mixed ideas, ideas for different types of mixes that I've been having at the back of my mind, but I've never acted on them. So this is such a good way for me to start acting on it, and then to just see where things go. And yeah, I really appreciate the views that has been coming in. Honestly, I don't really know where this is going again, but to those that has been watching my videos, thank you so much, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for the comments in general. It's been so supportive so far, And to me, I really appreciate the fact that it resonates with a lot of people. And I have also received like a few messages asking for advices, which honestly I can't give any advice on anything. But I would just say I think sometimes it's good to act on ideas that you've always had in the back of your mind. And I've also remembered this from Michael Jackson. Like one thing he's famous for was like just acting on ideas immediately. Like the moment it comes, like he just acts on it. Yeah, so that's something that I still uphold to today. And yeah, I would say like Michael Jackson, like his work ethic and his outlook in life has influenced me a lot and inspired me. Like all these sticky tapes here that you see, all of this is inspired by Michael Jackson's lifestyle. Like he would do like words of affirmations, like he would list down his goals. He would put them in like stick them all across his room or his studio or even in his like bathroom, and he would look at it every day. And I feel like it's such a good practice because yeah, it just makes me feel it's a reminder to myself, and it's also a way of like keeping me accountable, so that I just don't fall back to my old habits of like negative thoughts or to just forget the fact that I have a dream too. Yeah, so I guess that's what I wanted to say. Recently I've been hitting a bit of like, I think life these days has been a bit harder. Like, I'll just share a little bit about my background first. And for me, I've been living abroad for about 5 years now. I was born and raised in Southeast Asia, and I moved over to Australia, Melbourne, back in like 2022, more as a way to like further my studies. I never had any intentions of staying here in the long run, but I would say like the creative community here really prompted me to stay longer, and I found so much purpose and fulfillment by engaging with like the community here. Like I came here to further my studies, but I ended up just being so involved in the creative community. And even today, like I just feel like it's such a special place that I couldn't find back home in my home country. So staying here 5 years has been a really good time. And I also realized that throughout these years I've been really privileged of it's such a privilege to be able to live abroad because I've been financially supported my parents. So I would get like monthly allowance on my rent, on my bills, so I wouldn't have to worry much about money. And it's only recently when I realized that I wanted to get out of this, and I started seeing it like, the saying like comfort is a trap. And I've been so trapped in this privilege that I feel like I'm not really experiencing the real range of like how the world is. And yeah, like the decision for like getting my parents to stop supporting me financially as much as they used to is also for me to see what I'm really capable of. And the past few months I realized how incapable I am supporting myself financially. And yeah, like even right now, like I am still like partially supported by my parents. I have to admit, like it comes from so much privilege, and I'm really grateful for it. But what I'm also being supported by is not going to be enough for me to pay my rent, pay my bills, and to support my daily life. So I'll still need to get like a job or like support myself from other creative means. And And yeah, like I think that's how I came to see, like, in this situation I just realized how much finances have been controlling me and the way like I approach life. And yeah, I've just I think the past few months have been life changing, and I have been so humbled. And yeah, I think there's just a lot of things going through my mind. I don't really know how I can like say what I want to say, but I realized that I've really hit rock bottom the past few days because I was so stressed out about like even just the simple thing of hanging out with friends, like even the idea of spending a bit more or spending even like an extra $10 is stressing me out. And yeah, I think I'm also a bit ashamed to say that because I feel so left behind by a lot of my friends. Like I'm already in my mid-20s, almost in my late 20s at this point, and I still have yet to do a full-time job, when all my friends around me have been doing it for the past few years. And I don't know, it's just a point where I feel like I'm not progressing, and I've been trying and trying, but yeah, I just feel like I'm learning how to live like an adult, and I just realized that I don't know a lot of things. So I think for me the biggest regret is probably not investing or like considering like cultivating more work relationships or like looking out for myself in these years to come. And yeah, I don't know, and at this point I'm also very uncertain about my future. Like I think I should be, you know I should be earning a lot more, and I think these days I've just been dealing with a lot of insecurities, dealing with a bit of like regret and guilt because like I should be providing back to my family, but I'm still reliant on them. And yeah, I just feel like maybe it's a lot of things like social media probably permeates this, and I just feel like I've been comparing myself a lot. So yeah, I think where I am is just I'm really figuring a lot of things along the way, and I've never felt like so lost and so uncertain about my future. And yeah, like what I said, like I've been feeling really humbled. Like I just realized the value of like having a job that pays well and having enough to pay your bills. And I started to understand why some people would rather stay in a job they hate until they can find a better opportunity. And a lot of times in the past, like I take a lot of things for granted. I would be like telling someone that you should quit your job if you hate it that much, but I think in reality it's not as simple as that. It really depends on the job market, and I started to understand a lot of realities that I have not been exposed to growing up. Growing up, I would say like we are relatively well off. We are not like rich, like millionaires or stuff, but we live a comfortable life and we can afford a lot of things. And I'm just so used to like I would say growing up, I'm used to just have everything I want easily. And yeah, I would say maybe everything here right now or what I'm experiencing is like a blessing in disguise. Like there's a lot of things that I come to learn and I will learn only through this experience. But so yeah. But at the heart of it all, I really, really still want to hold my dreams accountable. And I think the biggest regret in my life, like, if I were to like die today or like tomorrow or like the rest, I don't know, like you never know, right? Then my biggest regret would be not giving myself a chance. And yeah, so this is where I am. And I just realized like at the moment right now, I'm also still looking for like opportunities for like gaining more income, and full time is still a good option that I still spend a bit of time investing in. So I've been job hunting, still applying for full-time jobs in the meantime. So building this channel, just seeing where things go. And yeah, like I'm still working on my dreams to be a really great dancer that travels across the world for residencies, for theater, for workshops. And yeah, also to be able to DJ and to work on different kinds of projects with different artists across the world. That's like one of my biggest dreams and goals that I want to see myself responsible and accountable for. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. I felt like I was on a tangent, but yeah, this is just my current situation and me trying to figure out where exactly am I heading towards in life, and in a sense like forging my own path, but just realizing that the idea of forging your own path is not always as straightforward as it seems. So yeah, like we'll just see how it goes. And I genuinely enjoy deep conversations with people. So this is probably something that I'll be posting more often in this channel, like whether anyone watches or not. It's just a way that I honor what I've said and promised to myself. And yeah, like whoever sees this, like, yeah, like feel free, like if we ever want to chat or like anything, like I'm just down for it. I want to connect with more people that are actively working for their passions, people that are working for their dreams, and people that have dreams. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.